time out to watch this video, what I will say is, if you have not watched my first video, my second video, or my third video, click off this one, go look at those videos, and then come back and look at this video, because then it will make way more sense to you. It will make more sense to you. But if you still want to watch this one, you can do that too. You can watch this one first. But I am going to tell you guys why I quit my job. Yes, I quit my job. And I've been happy for the past month, and I'm going to tell y'all guys why. So, I decided to quit my medical assistant job of 2 years. 1, because I'm in nursing school. 2, because I'm in nursing school. 3, because I'm in nursing school. And pharmacology was a lot of studying, a lot of remembering, memorizing, putting 2 and 2 together, knowing side effects, adverse effects, what else? Contraindications. If people can take them while they're pregnant. Like, it was a lot. So, let's start off. So, when I was working my medical assistant job, I was working 8:30 to 5 o'clock. Then I had pharmacology at 5, from 5 to 10:30. Pharmacology was pharmacology was Tuesdays and Thursdays. Our Thursday class, all we did all day was pharmacology, and that was primarily like our test day. So we would take our test, then we would go over a chapter. Then when we came back next Tuesday, she would give us another chapter. Then come that Thursday, we would have a test on the 2 chapters. So, literally, pharmacology was stressing me out. Working was stressing me out. I was staying up till 2 in the morning studying each night, and I just felt like, look, with clinicals, because we still had clinicals on Saturdays, I was still working Friday, 8-hour shifts. It was like, look, I met with my doctor. I told her, look, I'm having anxiety. I'm really stressed out. And she's like, well, tell me what's going on. I told her I'm in nursing school. She was like, yeah, I'm going to tell you right off the bat. If you can afford to quit, I would recommend that you quit. Focus on your school right now. Get a part-time job, or see if your current job can give you part-time employment. I said, okay. She gave me some medication. It really just made me sleepy. That was it. And that was about it. So, literally, I have been calling out of work at least 2 days a week. I think 1 week I even called out 3 times, because between my son being sick, me being stressed out, anxiety was kicking my butt. I was like, look, we gotta do something. So I sat down with my fiance, and we talked a little more. And then it became a point where he was like, look, I don't want to talk to you no more, because I've already told you, like, quit. Like, so what more do we need to talk about? And I'm like, well, I really love my paychecks, and I love my paychecks. So I was like, do I really want to quit? And at some point he was like, look, I don't want to talk about it no more. I already told you could quit. What more do you want to hear out of me? So I was like, dang. I was like, he's sick of hearing me talk about this to be about stress and anxiety. So I was like, look, I'm going to put in my 2 weeks notice. I went to work on a Thursday. After I think I had missed like 2 days, I went back, and I already knew, like, my old supervisor, like, she's one of those people, she follows the book. So I already knew, like, look, girl, you gonna have a write-up. So I'm like, look, you need to have this 2 weeks letter already printed out with your letterhead and everything on it, just so as soon as she give you that, you can give her yours, and then we good to go. So literally that day, I'm sitting at my desk, typing, and she comes up to me. She's like, hey, can I talk to you? Being fake, of course. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So right before I go talk to her, I hurry up and print my 2 week letter notice, and I walk in my meeting with her. So she's talking, and she's like, yeah, well, you've missed a couple of days, and blah, blah, blah. Bam, here's your 2 weeks. My bad, not my 2 weeks notice. She's like, bam, here's your write-up. And I'm like, well, bam, here's your 2 weeks notice, sis. I'll be gone in 2 weeks. So I gave her my 2 weeks notice, and I tried to like find a part-time position inside of my organization that I was in, and they just weren't having it. Like, they weren't having it. Like, it was like, oh yeah, we got part-time positions, but we would have to cut your pay. And then it became, oh well, we can have you do this and this. And it was just like, I don't want my pay to be cut. I'm gonna move to a part-time position but still get my same pay. They weren't trying to have it. So I was like, look, I'm out. So literally, I left my job a week before pharmacology was over. I left my job before a week before pharmacology was over, and I ended up passing pharmacology with a B+. And I want to say my grade through before I quit my job was an 80 in pharmacology. Like, I was holding the 80 down strong. It did not matter what tests we took. It was like I fluctuated between an 85 and an 80 until I quit my job and I was able to actually focus on the work and do what I needed to do. We had a that last week of that class, we had a 10 sentence essay due. We also had a paper due. We had our exam. We had a quiz that we took that Tuesday. So it was like 4 major grades that were all due within that last week. So I was like, look, I'm home from work. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm going to knock this out, and I'm going to knock it out, and I'm going to get an A. And literally, that's what I did. So with my last 4 assignments, I want to say my exam, I made an 80, but it wasn't like I think it was an 85 I made on my last exam. And then like my paper, my quiz, and my 10 sentence essay, I made a A on all of those. So that like boosted my grade up, and that's how I got the B+. But I was so happy to just be out of work, not having to worry about waking up, going to work. I could study, I can do my homework, do whatever I want to do. And if you are working, keep up the good work. I aspire to be like you because I tried it and it just wasn't working for me. It just wasn't. And what I will say is that if you are in nursing school and you find yourself in a position where I was in, and your job just doesn't seem like they want to work or with you, I would say, because if they can't work with you, you just don't need to be there. And I had to give myself that understanding, like, look, if they're not trying to work with you, you just don't need to be there. Why would you want to work for an organization that doesn't want to keep you, or even understand, like, look, this person is in school trying to better themselves, so I'm gonna help them out and I'm gonna give them a part-time position, or we gonna give them a part-time position and we still gonna let them keep their pay. So if y'all are still working, keep up the good work. I am home, and as you can see, I'm glowing, I am stress-free, and life is good. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time out and watching, and I should be uploading another video in about a week.